All right, let's move on to the CAG bag. We have a bunch of CAG bag questions. Zevius writes in and says, got a question for Wombat and Chibi. I heard the volume.
That's us.
It is us. I heard the volume at Orange Theory is really loud, like a rock concert. Can you verify if this is true?
Verified. My watch will warn me on a regular basis that I am in a loud environment.
Yes.
And that prolonged exposure can cause permanent damage to my ears.
But I would say, I looked up what a rock concert was, and it said 90.
It's not as loud as a rock concert. No, it's
no.
not that loud, but it is pretty loud.
It's a rock concert. It said 90 to 120 decibels. The alarm goes off at 90. I had the watch too. So yeah, it goes off at mine, 90 decibels. Just go. You can go to your local one. You can get a free class there very easily, and you'll see exactly how loud it is. And if it's too loud for you, then you shouldn't go, because you probably can't ask them to turn it down, because you'll seem like a little bitch.
The music generally sucks. So
I like it.
Yeah, as they say, no. It's the same music at ours. You just like it.
Well, I don't know. They play different playlists. They don't use the Orange Theory. What's that? No, they play like the latest EDM at mine off of Spotify. They're not playing like the corporate playlists. Are yours playing the corporate playlists, or are they playing like
I have
DJ
no
mixes?
Idea.
Oh.
I think it's a little from column A, a little from column B. Depends on the day.
I hate if they say they have a country music day. I don't go that day. Once in a while they do it, and they play it in the lobby sometimes. I don't like that either. But if it's country music, no.
Some people do. I don't know.
Just Zevius, just go for your free class. Check it out. Every location is going to be different. You know, yours might just have like a high ceiling and the speakers are higher. Like when I walk by the speakers, it is very loud because I'm tall. It hurts my ears. I talked to people in my class today, actually, because they were talking about rowing after the class. They were talking about the 200-meter benchmark, and they were trying to get better. So whenever I hear people talk about rowing, I bring up my boy Training Tall. And so you got to check out Training Tall on Instagram. And they forget, probably, and don't do it.
Probably.
But, yeah.
Just do what I do. Ask them to play 38 Special. See, when's 38 Special Day? They look at you and they give you a weird look, and then you just leave.
No, they don't play. They always play dance music in mine.
Yes, yeah.
Which is good. You need that. You don't want to. What do you want to listen to? You really want to listen to 38 Special, like classic rock, while you're. I mean,
I think a classic rock day could be actually.
A day is fine. A day is fine. They do that. They do that sometimes at mine. They'll do like rock versus rap. They'll do like they had a Taylor Swift day at mine.
They had a Taylor Swift day at mine as well. They had a Nicki Minaj night at mine too.
They had Taylor Swift versus her exes day at mine.
Nice.
Which is really curated. I didn't go for that one.
But, would it kill them to play Hold On Loosely?
When they play a song that I don't like and I'm on the treadmill, I
hate it.
I pretend, here, this might help you. Pretend like you're running away from the song. That's what I do. And when it's a song you like, you just get into it normally. But when it's something you don't like, you're like, get me the fuck away from the speaker. And I just, and Zevius also has a question for Ship. He says, what's going on with all the firefighters in Cincinnati? There's something going on?
Allegedly, sexual harassment and rape is going on.
All of them? Not all of them.
Not all. Allegedly for some. But
right. That's not good.
I am not in on any of the details there. I know no firefighters personally.
Right.
So
I know at least one
I do not know all people in Cincinnati.
We have at least one New York's.
That's a lie.
We have at least one New York's bravest listener. I know that for a fact. Cool. Jay Bizzleton in the chat asks if they play DJ Craze at Orange Theory. They actually have a deal with Steve Aoki. It's not a joke. And they'll do a Steve. You haven't been there for any of it. I think maybe they stopped like before you joined. But they have a Steve Aoki. I forgot what it's called. All Out with Aoki, and it's a DJ set for him, which they're supposed to sync up with the coach is supposed to sync it up with the workout. Like they plan it out perfectly. So like when it's an all out, like the beat drops and stuff, like it's really like planned out, but it's hard for the coaches. They have to be really on it. And I've never taken a class where the coach has been able to do it properly. I had one coach where they played the same song fucking 3 times, like because she couldn't fucking figure out what was going on. Anyway, Kyle,
you get a coupon for Benihana after that class, Dan?
did I get a coupon? What's the joke?
Isn't that the one whose dad is the Benihana guy? Or is that?
Oh yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is. Sorry, I
There you
already
go.
moved Wombat. When I move off a subject, like I've already forgot what I've talked about.
I was like, you were the one who brought
Yes,
it up.
yes. Steve Aoki, his name was Rocky, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Featured in the movie The Wolf of Wall Street and the restaurant Benihana. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Our first message from Threads, our first CAG bag question from Threads comes from Kyle G223. I guess more people are using it because I often ask for questions and people don't write back. So this is the first guy to write back. OpenAI Sora video generation AI showed an example of fake Minecraft footage. What can you imagine the future might hold? Personally, my imagination runs wild where real-time video generation with mind-meltingly fast compute could lead to VR headsets providing holodeck-like experiences where the user prompts a situation/game and the AI generates everything you see in here. I checked out the footage that Kyle was talking about, and yeah, it did do a very good job of generating fake Minecraft footage. And obviously, there could be some cool holodeck implications for this in the future. So get ready to jerk off everywhere in your house.
I think it's more of the copyright issue more than anything else. Like, you don't want to make a game that's called, I don't know, Cheapy's Holodeck, whatever you want to call it. Cheapy's Instant Games. Just type in your prompt and you'll get it. And someone types in, they go, oh, Minecraft VR. And they're playing Minecraft.
Right. Well, that's
this AI generated Minecraft.
Right. That's a problem.
That's lifting basically lifting the trademark.
That's a big leap from generating a video of Minecraft. But I see like a smaller leap is what Kyle is suggesting. Like, what if I say generate a desert with giant elephants in it and whatever?
Where do the elephants come from?
And then you have it in VR and you can walk around that environment.
But where do the elephants come from? Where did your AI program learn what an elephant is?
I don't know. It can draw its own elephant.
Could it?
I don't know. Well, that's another
story. I think that it would make sense for Microsoft to implement some form of AI generation into Minecraft where it could generate expansive Minecraft worlds based on preset Minecraft related prompts. I think that is the more efficient use of AI in a less copyright infringement-y way.
Right.
I think for me personally, I think that's where the real future of AI is. It's more on this back. It's more things you would never see, like your games using AI within their programming to generate, the world that you're in a little bit faster, maybe change it up a little bit. I don't know.
You think that's the future and not jerking off in virtual reality?
Well, that's no, because that's the past and the present.
No, but like just typing it. I mean, like when people say holodeck, that's what they really mean. So he's like typing a scenario. I'm at a bar and it's just me and 20 hot chicks and they all want to fuck me.
Yeah, but the question is, where do the hot chicks come from?
They can generate just random women. They do that. Like, I mean, that's what I've been told. I don't know. I don't know.
Just saying. I think there is a place for AI in video games. I don't know if it's just stealing other people's things and saying, look, this is what I made.
Right.
Because that's not quite how it's supposed to.
Well, this way it's great because now content creators can just not even have to play the games. They'll just be like, creating like 40-second clip of Spider-Man 2 and I'll just talk in front of it. And then a guy talking in front of it about how I liked it better when Spider-Man was white. Oh, 100,000 views. Great. Pay me.
But I think some form of procedural generation technology that uses AI could be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it's for sure. If you look at like Instagram has added like the AI backgrounds to stories, you could just type in. So I see what you're saying about Minecraft or even Fortnite. Like when they're any of those games where you're making your own worlds, certainly implementing AI tools into that tool set would be huge.
Makes perfect sense, and you're not in that weird sort of gray area of am I using copyrighted ideas in this? Because if you're in Minecraft and using Minecraft assets in your AI, you're sort of it's the best of both worlds.
Yes.
So, yeah.
All right, we got more questions here. Hold on. Well, these are all from me. Okay, this is for what did you just put on here, Chip? Somebody put
I put it as part of the sports talk segment.
Okay, Ivan Roy Foot something. He wants us to have a sports talk segment. Here it is.
So here it is. So
in real time, it's happening in real time.
Yes, MLB The Show is coming out Friday, right? Coming out Friday. There is a Negro Leagues edition. So they're big, like $100 and whatever, $25 version or something like that. So obviously it's got some like, I don't know, scenarios I would guess in there with you can play as Negro League teams and everything. Yes. It comes with, this is my question. It comes with like a nice new era baseball hat that says Negro Leagues on it.
Yes.
Would you be able to wear that hat?
That's a great question. What, you like me?
Yes.
Like a white guy, an old white
Correct.
guy.
Yes.
It's a good question. Now, if you remember back in the day, I bought a Negro League jersey because there's a team called the Chicago Athletic Giants, and their logo was CAG. So I saw it on eBay and it was not a high price. So I bought it. I never wore it, as one might imagine. I probably threw it out. I might still have it. If I still have it, I'll wear it next week to promote the show.
I've thought about this before, but this is like brought it back up because I've seen like there's some jerseys and stuff, and you like want to support like that this was a thing, and like, but at the same time you're like I don't know if I should be wearing this. Right. And so now we have a video game that's like just giving me a hat that says Negro Leagues real big on the front of it. Is this something I'm supposed to wear?
It should have been a digital hat, I feel. Because I feel like you would wear a digital hat.
I think you can wear it until you can't.
When is that? When
you're unconscious.
I'm unconscious
on the ground and bleeding.
I think that's sort of the rule. It's like, if you put it on and, you're with a friend and he's like, hey, that's a pretty cool hat. And he happens to be, if you're with another friend and your friend's like, that's not cool, then maybe it's not cool. I don't know. Because I don't think it's really, for lack of a better phrase, I don't think it's our decision to make whether or not it's cool for a white guy to wear a Negro League hat.
But they're giving me this hat, and it looks like a nice hat. So
I understand. And you support black people.
Absolutely, I do.
You love
I support
black people.
all people too, as well. Like,
sure, we all know all lives matter. Shipwreck.
That is not what I meant. But
that is a word that
it's a weird situation to be in still, right? Like it's like, yeah, Negro Leagues, like I like learning about them and like they had good players and like they have cool like merchandise and everything, and now there's this hat that like comes with this game. What am I supposed to do with this hat?
Ask a black friend.
Find a black friend first and then ask him.
You have to make a black friend.
Make a black friend.
But I don't think it's it likely isn't the black friends that
right.
are the concern here, right?
I could ask around after the show if you'd like.
No, I'm
the problem is any hat that you wear that says anything could attract any fucking psycho. And, this is just increasing the odds of, by a multitude. You have to decide what that multitude is and whether that risk is worth it. You could literally, that's basically it. It is a weird decision though. Do you think
I wouldn't wear it to the cookout?
Do you think the marketing team behind the game, when they were putting this package together, had this discussion at all? Or just were like, hey, we got Negro Leagues in the game, Negro Leagues hat, and that was it? Or like, they're like, can people actually wear this? Do you see people wearing this type of stuff a lot?
Well, no, I see people wearing Negro League.
No, white
stuff,
people.
Sure.
You see white people.
No,
Right,
I do
that's
not
what
see
I'm
a lot
saying.
of white people wearing
Right.
Negro League stuff.
Hey, you know
because
what?
We are in this like weird conundrum of like, hey, I want to support it, but also like that was when that was a thing because
maybe
they
we
weren't able to play in the
Right.
other league.
Maybe we should normalize white people understanding that in the past black people weren't treated so great by wearing the history. So maybe someone sees that hat and you as a white guy can explain to that other white guy what the Negro Leagues were.
It's not the
and
white
why
guy he's worried about.
I'm just saying, maybe that's what we need to normal. Maybe we need to start this. Maybe you need to be the impetus to bring this history that
That's a lot of
maybe a
lifting,
lot of people
heavy
don't know
lifting.
about to the masses.
It's really
Maybe
the
you're
hat's
that
fault.
guy.
I feel like the one place
I'm
like,
saying that
we have the
that-
Civil Rights Museum in Cincinnati. I
Mhm.
feel like I could go to the Civil Rights Museum and wear this hat while I'm in the Civil
Mhm.
Rights Museum because
But-
there's like a context to it of like,
Yeah.
I'm here for this
Sure.
experience and to support this and the history of it all. But
It's like a Mickey Mouse hat. You can wear it at Disneyland, but if you wear it outside of Disneyland, you might get your ass kicked.
You know where you can't wear that hat, Chip? Kentucky. Just the whole state. Just don't. They'll just assume you're a black guy and you'll have to run back to Ohio.
What if the hat, you know what the problem with the hat is? I haven't seen the hat. Is this the hat in the picture here?
yeah, it's in the picture.
Oh, up there it is. Okay.
It's
Oh, it's very big.
yeah.
It says Negro League is the biggest thing on the hat, actually. Yeah, I feel like if you're going to do that, you need more words. Like, Negro League was really unfortunate thing that happened in history because we have a segregated past and, you know, we wouldn't permit them to play with the white players. And
But we should still celebrate those players for their
Right.
achievements and accomplishments because even though it was segregated,
yes.
their style of play and their athleticism should still be remembered and celebrated
You may have
just
to
as
shorten
much
it.
as white players of the same time. And you have to put all of that on the hat.
Well, I mean that's the style too, though, and I feel like I'd get beaten up for that too because that's the thing to do with hats now is get all this embroidery on them and have all these words and everything. But
You need
that is also not mine to have.
Right. Right.
It seems like I don't
Right.
know.
You shouldn't really have an opinion on the Negro Leagues other than just keep it to yourself, probably. I feel. I don't know. It is weird. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in the marketing meeting. Like either they didn't talk about it at all or it was like all occupying conversation.
Carlos in the chat thinks that it should just come with a booklet that you could hand out to people. When they ask
The
you
hat?
about the hat. Yeah.
Many,
The
or
hat.
a sign, maybe.
Mhm. Ask me about my hat.
This hat came with, a pin, maybe.
Mhm.
This hat came with MLB This Show, which features the Negro Leagues. And
Ask me if you'd like to learn more about the Negro Leagues. Please ask
well,
me.
no, that's too much.
or
Come on.
Please
Check out
visit your
MLB The
local
Show
library.
24.
Yeah, that's good. And then people, and then no one can get mad at that, right?
Mm-mm.
Because then it makes sense. Then people be like, oh, okay. Makes sense. This white guy bought the baseball game, he gave him the hat, and oh, the baseball game has Negro Leagues in it. That's kind of cool. Maybe I'll check it out and not beat up this white guy. You know? It could happen
Or
like
maybe
that.
they just beat you up anyway because they don't like the look of your face, regardless of the hat.
Anyway, I'm not
No.
ordering the $125 version of
Right.
MLB The Show this year.
Right. It's that is a lot also. I mean, it's a nice hat.
But I mean, yeah. I mean, you get like a bunch of other stuff too. Like I'm sure, like right, you get like I don't know, a whole bunch of baseball, like
Bunch of
digital
bullshit
baseball
currency.
cards. Yeah,
A million different currencies.
yeah.
You get some B-Bucks.
So that's sports talk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
for
I
sports talk.
Yeah, thanks for tuning
I
in
would
for
also
sports talk.
the quarterbacks for the Steelers are Wilson Pickett, and that makes me laugh. They'll have to make one of them the starter. I have a feeling they will decide. They will wait till the last minute, probably the midnight hour.
Wait, I thought we were done with sports talk. What happened?
You
Is
stepped
this
on my
the
joke.
after show?
You stepped on my joke.
Oh, sorry. Fuck.
It's okay. The listeners will get it.
They don't know sports.
It wasn't a sports joke.
Oh. Sorry. I blew it. I'll listen to it in the replay.
That's okay. You won't find it funny.
Perfect. Gaming Dad wants to know how many games per year are we finishing? He says the numbers
One.
keeps going down for him as he's
Two.
working. None.
Mm-hmm. Well, I finished Suicide Squad, so I'm already at 1.
I thought you weren't supposed to even be able to finish that game.
I rolled credits on that game. That counts as finishing.
How can you roll credits on a live service game?
Because
it
once
has
you finish it,
has a
they're like,
story. Yeah, it's a story mode. It's
there's
like
a story
it's
mode.
like
yeah.
the Marvel
Oh,
game too.
okay,
Like you
got
can beat
it.
the story, and then they're
Got
like,
it.
I don't know, maybe stick around and spend some money with us.
They're like, oh, you did it. You saved the world. What if you didn't?
Right. What if you wanted to fight these bosses again?
Yeah. What if
Right.
you wanted to like fight purple shit again?
And get a
These
sweater.
Purple. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I finished. I'm already at 1. Does the Llamasoft game count?
It would.
Sure.
Okay, because I went through that. Like I pretty much went through the documentary portion already.
You winner.
I'm at 2. That counts as 2.
I feel like I'm probably at one or two games a month still, but it's usually stuff that I've already played before and I'm just replaying with the kids. So I don't know. Earth Defense Force. That's got 100 and something levels to it though. I feel like that counts.
I'm going to finish 0 games per month. Maybe 1. Between 0 and 1.
Did you ever like beat the game in Helldivers yet? Have you won a round of Helldivers?
Yeah, you win. That's the other thing with that game. Like, you think you're going to lose and you just somehow win. Like, I don't think I ever didn't extract. Maybe once. But like,
So there you go. You
Yeah.
finished Helldivers. Congratulations.
Thank you. I don't care.
That totally counts.
I don't have to win. I don't have to win arguments. I don't have to win games. I can just be. You know what I'm saying? Christian writes in and asks if we could press a button to delete all the live service games, especially Fortnite, would you do it? Well, Wombat's not going to say yes to that.
Even
No.
if it saved the games industry, Wombat, even if we got single player AAA games.
Is that what's going to save the games industry?
And people aren't getting laid off because they were making games.
I think I just did read.
I don't understand.
People
what
think-
one has to do with the other.
because
It's not that live service games are ruining the game industry. It's boardrooms' insistence on making live service games that's ruining the game industry. And let's not confuse the two things. Christian, I'm going to say this to you nicely, be less stupid.
Well,
That's
it
not nice.
does have an effect though. Like the old cycle of gaming before it turned into this
yeah,
was people were buying new games like at least like 4 times a year.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And now
Like, it
they
was like
only
every
play,
quarter,
now they
they were
only
like,
play
here's a
Fortnite.
new release. And now, yes, like you've been playing the same game for
yes,
5 years now.
yes.
Yeah, and now it's Minecraft or Fortnite or Roblox or whatever. Apex is 5 years old now, which is crazy. Destiny 2 is also about 5 years old.
Correct. Which in the past, that was like, oh, you have a chance to release a AAA game here that's going to sell a whole bunch of copies for like 3 months. And
Right.
then everybody bought it. And then you'd move on to the next one. But that is not the model that rakes in the bucks.
No, it is. Well,
But how many of these live service games are raking in the bucks? That's the thing.
that's just what I'm saying. There is a happy medium. There is still very much an audience for the single player game. The best selling game of last year was Harry Potter. The best selling game before that was Elden Ring. I mean, it's not like there's not a market for these games. They just have to be a good a good game that focuses on what it does instead of trying to be this live service game. The problem is that there's too many. If I don't know, every publisher went a year without making a new live service game,
That's the problem.
I think the ship would right itself.
The problem is every publisher thinks they can make a good live service game, and they're gonna make a fucking have a huge hit, and they're so delusional about it that they look at a franchise like the Suicide Squad and they think that's gonna deliver the fucking unicorn live service hit.
It was, I mean, and this isn't really anything new. There was a time where, I feel like it was a good 10-year stretch where they were tacking on multiplayer to single player games that had there should never have been a team deathmatch on that game. But because Call of Duty had its online and it was so popular, every game had to have a stupid team deathmatch tacked onto it, which took away from the development of making it a better single player game. So this isn't something new. It's just the game industry. There's going to be something.
It's the reaction is right. It's the industry reaction.
And
to
eventually they stop doing that. And it became kind of like a one or the other. We're making a multiplayer game or we're making the single player game. And the fact that 4 of these multiplayer games, kind of hit in a very big way.
But so many didn't hit, right? And so much money was spent on stuff that didn't hit and really like not even going to have a chance at hitting, like just delusionally like battle royale games, live service game. I mean, that's the same. That's battle royale games are live service games too. But like, the game industry follows trends, right? And the problem is the games take a while to make. So they're following trends, but they're always like years behind because they got to make the game. So they see something that it's, some big trend in the game industry, like, oh, everyone jumps on it. Then the game come out 5 years later and people, they've moved on to something else. They miss a lot. There's a lot of missing going on. And live service is like so many more misses, They call those games, by the way, I saw the guy, Matt from NPD. I forgot the guy's last name, but he's on Twitter. Yes. And it's not even NPD anymore. It's fucking...
whatever it's called. Yes.
Circana or something like that.
So
He calls those live service games like Fortnite black hole games because the gamers who play them, it's like they're in a black hole in terms of the time they spend on other games. So, and that's what's
I am the example of that.
But yeah, there's a lot of you.
But that's part of the reason why I like it is because I don't have to focus on spending $60 3-4 times a year. I spend less than that on Fortnite a year, significantly less than that a year.
Yeah. So
yes,
I wonder what
I
the
like
next
saving money.
What do you
that's
think?
just it. There'll be a next big thing.
There's got to be a next big live service. There's going to be a next big live service game. Also, there's going to be
it's something that we're not even thinking of. It probably uses AI.
Would have been that fucking Spider-Man game.
Yeah, Spider-Man. No. Yeah, Spider-Man's in Fortnite.
Same thing.
I've got 4 spider people in Fortnite already.
That's why they canceled the Spider-Man game. Like,
yeah.
We already have Spider-Man multiplayer.
Yep.
It's weird.
He's got a shotgun in this one. It's much better. Shotgun Spider-Man.
Right. Right. It's canon now.